So we're on to you the 1st of May. Hello everyone and welcome to the program. This is Business Morning. I'm Bosun Amofaye, live to you from Channel's global headquarters in Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, let's get on with the business of the day. Of course, it's a May Day holiday and it's got to do with labor, and that's the big business with Nigeria's unemployment figures rising by the latest numbers from the Bureau of Statistics. We'll hear the new numbers later this month, but we have a very busy agenda for the new month we're stepping into today, the 5th month in the new year and heading towards the middle of the second quarter. Let's get started. What's on our calendar for this month? This is some of the highlights. The presidents of Nigeria, Ghana and Uganda will be part of the delegates in Abuja on May the 15th and 16th for this leading Africa infrastructure. It's a major summit to mark the 10th anniversary of the Africa Finance Corporation, called the AFC. AFC is headquartered here in Lagos, Nigeria, with subscribers and shareholders spread across the continent. It's one of the foremost development finance institutions with investments in infrastructure, agriculture and energy across the continent. We're expecting delegates from Rwanda, Morocco, Namibia, South Africa, Senegal, Tanzania, Guinea, Mozambique, and elsewhere to be in Abuja for this very two-day important summit. Meantime, in about a week from now, the International Monetary Fund Africa Department, led by the head, Selassie, would launch the Regional Economic Outlook Report in Abuja and Dhaka simultaneously. That will be on the 9th. We're focusing on that very important regional economic report that will focus on the economic progress made so far by the sub-region and opportunities that holds for investors within the African region. That is very important. Report that will be launched on May the 19th, on the same day in Abuja and Dakar, the Senegalese capital. But the head of the IMF Africa Development, Selassie, will be in Abuja, and we have an eye on that very important report launch. Meantime, the African Development Bank, or the AFDB, will be holding its 2016 annual meetings in Ahmedabad, that's in India, from May the 22nd to 26th. The annual meeting of the AFDB will put all the shareholders together. This is one of those years in which the AFDB moved its annual meetings out of the continent and hold it in another country, playing hosts to ministers of finance and central bank governors and experts and policymakers across the African continent, and all the shareholders meeting together in India, May 22nd to 26th. It's a week-long annual meeting. Channels Television will be at the meeting as well. So let's come back home and see some of the unfinished business on our agenda as we're going to start a formal business and markets day from tomorrow. Nigeria's unfinished national budget at the National Assembly for the 2017 is being, well, a bit rough and tough with the budget that was delivered to the National Assembly by the President in December last year. Now we're stepping into the month of May and the national budget is yet to be unveiled. Meantime, we're also looking at a progress report on the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, called the ERGP, from the Udoma's Ministry of National Planning and Budget. That Economic Recovery Plan was formally unveiled by the President in the month we just finished. We're looking at the implementation of this recovery plan. It's a 4-year program that the Buhari's administration has announced, and we'll see how that paces out with the further details from the Udoma's Ministry on Planning and Budget. And very important for 180 million Nigerians this month is the 29th, when President Buhari's administration clocks 2 years in office. We'll focus on that. You expect a number of reports and countdown to May the 29th from Channels Television. Nigeria's news leader, economy, business and markets will be top on the agenda over the next 3 weeks until the end of the month, May 29, when President Buhari will step out to give his scorecard of his 2 years administration when he took office. Let's focus on that as well. Put that on your calendar. As far as the markets are concerned, this is going to be a brand new month, and of course we expect a few of the regulars. So let's go through some of this for you very quickly. We're looking at the Purchasing Managers Index, what you call the manufacturing report for the month of April. That we expect to be on the street from tomorrow from FBN Quest. It's an investment and securities trading firm with an independent report on the state of Nigeria's manufacturing sector. We expect that on the street from May the 2nd, as well as another report for the broader PMI, manufacturing and non-manufacturing from the Central Bank of Nigeria. And in about 2 weeks from now, the Bureau of Statistics will be releasing April inflation data. And of course, we're expecting the first quarter GDP report from the Bureau of Statistics, with all the words on the street about whether Nigeria has exited recession in the first quarter. On Twitter, the head of the NBS, Dr. Yemekale, says we need to wait for official data from his office to determine whether Nigeria is out of recession. And of course, in the third week of the month, we're looking at the bond auction by the Debt Management Office. The DMO will follow its calendar for the 5th month of the year to auction the primary bonds, Naira bonds, on behalf of the Nigerian government. And of course, starting from tomorrow, we'll get some of the delayed earnings from the first quarter of 2016 from listed companies, as well as the outstanding annual meetings of full year 2016. Those are some of the things you're going to see in the new month as we get started. Quite a lot to chew over as we get a new month together. So stick around with Business Morning for the